A sly grin formed the Kriya's face. Your Mistress Kalak isn't the only one with surprises. I prefer women, she yells, but Rooster is just so amazing. I thought maybe I would make an exception. Really, fucking hell, what is this stupid shit? You say, you turn to the wizard beside Kriya. It must be difficult to know your woman was around such a virile, irresistible man. Sudre did not mind him. He says, what? Oh. His knuckles whitening as he tightens his grips on his staff. That's funny. That sounds like an innuendo. You're about to say something to the effect that it was wise for her to not mention Rooster for fearing of shaming all other men. But first Kriya says because Rooster was not worth mentioning. Heat rises to your face. Not worth mentioning that. Really? Why? What is this stupid shit? Not worth mentioning that you were adventuring with a hero only days ago. It's not worth mentioning a hero that saved your life more than once. Who told you that? Says Kriya, narrowing her eyes at you. Without giving you time to answer, she says, what did you say you were doing here again? Exploring? How did this man with the name of an idiot bird save your life? The wizard asked Kriya. Might I introduce Zedius of the 6th Order? Says Kriya. What is that? Well met, you say quickly to Zedius and then turn back to Kriya. So now I see it, Kriya, or should I say Sudre. Point to her accusingly. Why are we starting a shit show with her? Just fucking leave. Fucking hell, what is this stupid shit? Sudre, you point at her accusingly. You parade around like a little simple poor witch. She can literally kill you. Fuck off out of here. Poor witch looking to kill rats for gold when you're in fact Drala's daughter. Well, that is a surprise. How completely deceptive of you. Sudre protects her identity carefully, says Zedius. To do otherwise would put her in danger of her mother's many enemies. To do otherwise, you mimic Zedius tauntingly. Champion, you're like a child. That's what I'm saying. Stop with this childish shit, laughs Egra. Zedius nods his fear and he tenses as though about to stand up. Apologies, you say, putting up your hands in the gesture of peace. What did you do, a we or something? It's just that I do not enjoy being deceived. Zedius relaxes. On to other subject, you say as you smile at the wizard. So, Zedius, are you Kriya's, are you Sudre's man? Zedius frowns. What do you mean her man? I'm no slave. I mean, do you plow her field if you get my meaning? Man, fucking hell, really is a fucking child. What is wrong with this guy? You say with a wink. That is no concern of yours, says Kriya. Excuse me, we elves are a curious sort. You say, puffing up your chest. Okay, I just blew into the fucking mic. That might be a bit loud, but whatever. Puffing up your chest proudly. Elves are not curious in this way, says Kriya. Curious of magic and music, perhaps, but not of, well, gossip or whatever it is this line of questioning aims for. Will you say it? Will? As you say, as you lean towards Zedius, ignoring Kriya. Zedius leans back, his eyes wide and conflicted. Out of respect for your mistress, Kalak, I'm not going to say what I feel right now towards you, says Kriya. However, I'm no longer in your mistress' domicile. Indeed, you are now a guest of my mother, and oh, I will leave, you say, cutting her off. I just thought I owed it to you, Zedius of the 6th Order, to warn you of this woman. She betrayed Rooster and stole something from him. Something important, and if she would betray a hero, she will betray you too. Stole the Alathian pendant from this Rooster? said Zedius to Kriya, biting his lip. That's quite enough, says Kriya, pointing to the door. Make good on your promise to leave. What do you say? I shall leave you to your griffin guano and witchcraft. Your mother begged my attention and so I must leave anyway. Yeah, that would be a straight lie. It shall be the easiest promise I have ever kept. That's simple. I like that one. Sniffing haughtily, you raise your chin. It shall be the easiest promise I've ever kept. You bow to them both mockingly. My lady, without waiting for their reaction, you spin around, strut out. Well, that was a waste of time, yet fun to watch. That was not fun at all. You gave me so much fucking anxiety. Says Egra in your mind. It is well that you braved Drala's security just so you can air out your petty and passive anger on that girl. I had to confront her, you say as you exit the living quarters and step back into the hall. A lot of good that did you, says Egra. I'm not done yet, you say. Now we shall see what other secrets this tower hold. I think the first option in the last choice would be the correct one. That would give you some morale as well. I'm guessing the middle option, the begged for, like her mother begged for his attention, that one will probably just drop my morale or whatever. Moving on, let's see what we can steal from here. There's no gold bar option, so I don't know what we could possibly steal from here anyway. You hurry back to the entrance chamber of the stairway. Now you see the big hall, you think. Mustering your courage, you stride down the large hall that you saw the imp take earlier. Soon you come to a wide marble stairway. The stairs have large staring eyes etched into them. Best I not step on them, you think, as you carefully place your foot between a pair of eyes. Why not? Asks Egra. Strikes me as disrespectful to step on them, you say. I've observed very little respect from you to anyone in this tower so far, says Egra. Why place eyes on your stairs if not to step on, says Egra. Her voice seems to be daring you. I will not tempt fate, not be goaded by a godling, you say. You step between the eyes and begin your ascent in earnest. You have gone up several steps before the air before you wavers like heat rising from stone on a hot day. The waving is across the stairway to the ceiling like a wall. Egra, what is that? A shield? Magic, says Egra unhelpfully. It reminds you a little of the illusory screen that hid Drala's tower outside. Only the blurring and waving in the air before you now is more obvious. Oh, like the illusory screen? Got it, got it. But this looks like more like a shield or something. Slowly extend your hand out towards whatever it is. There's a slight tinge in your fingertips, yet no resistance. Your curiosity is strong. You walk forward and through it. Why would you do that? Your vision dims and then becomes crisp again. There's a deep crash and the floor shakes. You grab the hilt of your sword. Look about. The stairway looks as it did before, although now you see the end of it above. Blue flashes flick over the top of the stairway above. There's more crashing and rumbling coming from up there. You sneak up the last 3 dozen or so stairs, peek over to behold a huge chamber flooded with sunlight. The sun shines through a glass roof. What must be the top of the tower. Near the ceiling is a glass throne suspended by thick metal cables. The throne is empty. You suppose that anyone who sat there would need a strong stomach for heights and perhaps wings to get onto the seat to begin with. The source of the rumbling and smashing is quickly clear. Huge stone statues grapple with one another, twirling and stomping. Golems. It appears that the pair of wrestling golems are carved in the shape of naked men with well-defined muscles, except they have no protruding parts, not even noses. In the way, they remind you a little of the stripped-down puppets that House Rooster here uses. Perhaps these couples are not wrestling, but dancing very poorly. Because these golems are so massive, you see them readily. However, to find out the source of the blue flashes, you creep up higher on the stairway and peek your head all the way over. The origin of the flashes is from the middle of a large chamber on the floor, far below the glass throne. Blue light swirls around a woman of pale skin. Oh, that might be Drala actually. Blue light swirls around a woman of pale skin, long black curly hair. She has eyes and eyebrows as most people have, yet she has a lot more eyes than that. Eyes all over her body. That's Drala. That's 100% Drala. I remember her. I remember seeing a photo of her in Wizard's Choice. Quickly you duck back down. A commanding voice echoes. Approach, Lestrel. Come see what you have come to see. Lestrel, you think for a moment. You had nearly forgotten your current elven form, yet there is no point in trying to hide from what must be Drala, the all-seeing witch. Okay, this is going to be ridiculous. As long as Kriya's not here, I'm still fairly confident. Your chin, you raise your chin. No, you raise your chin and adopt the haughty expression you remember of Lestrel enter the room. Now, properly inside the chamber, you can see Drala better. She is not actually naked, although she might as well be, since the dress she is wearing is small, thin and transparent. Only her groin is properly actually covered, and that only barely. Likely her nudity is more about seeing out rather than others seeing in, for there are eyes embedded all over her skin. Your attention is finally pulled from her shapely body by strange movements. Out of her long cascading black curly hair, small creatures emerge and fall to the floor. Rats, mice, a snake, and a long centipede. What the fuck? I don't remember her being like all like creepy and like fucking insect king, queen or whatever. These vermin fall to the stone floor, scuttle or slither away from the witch, and they disappear into the holes on the floor. There are a high chirp, and then a bird bursts out from her hair. This little creature is quite excited as it continues to chirp loudly and proudly before dive bombing into a floor hole. The floor around Drala is festooned with tiles in geometric shapes, similar to what you saw on the floor on the dragon's level of the tower. The holes that the small creatures are escaping through are fashioned as pupils of eyes. Although the circle of tiles and the eyes are narrow stone pedestals with various objects upon them. On one pedestal is a dagger, on another there is a ring. These objects are glowing blue with wisps of blue smoke rising from them. The ring appears to be melting before your eyes. What ring? Drala snaps her fingers and a red garment, a cloak that you recognize from the treasure room appears. Room earlier appears. Oh shit, she's calling shit from that one treasure room that we went in. And she will realize that the pendant is not the same pendant, and since she is the all-seeing eye, she might... Well, then again, she didn't see through fucking the illusion that Egra casted, but then again, that's a godling level illusion. I suppose it would be difficult to see through. Drala snaps a finger, appears on one of the empty pedestals and begin to glow blue. Drala turns her back to you. Well, was she facing me? Yet she is still watching you with several eyes, one on the back of her shoulder, peering between locks of hair, two near the small of her back, and one on the top of her left buttock. What are you staring at? Says Drala. Her voice is metallic, and the source of her words seems to emerge from the air all around you. An ironic thing for her to say. An ironic thing for her to say, says Egra in your mind. That is true. I mean, I should be staring continuously, like holy shit. Oh, okay. She's. I was thinking Egra was saying that she is something that anyone would stare at, but no. Egra is saying that what's an ironic thing where she is constantly staring at everything in every goddamn direction. So that's what she's saying. That's an ironic thing for her to say. Fucking hell, that's funny. It's just then you realize your mouth has been hanging open. Apologies, you are a wonder to behold, you say, averting your eyes away from the witch's body. You again regard the red cloak on the pedestal. Blue smoke rises from it even as the cloak withers, as though burning in some strange magical manner. Egra, shouldn't you be hiding? Certainly this Drala, the all-seeing, you have hidden from less. Fear pushes up inside you and you fight the urge to double check, making sure your amulet is hidden beneath your tunic. Can she see through the fabric of your tunic? Probably, you think. Egra does not answer. However, her presence is strong. Clearly, she is not hiding. Maybe you can... Well, then again, maybe she is not hiding because Drala the All-Seeing is not... she's a wizard, not a priest. And only priests have been able to see us. Otherwise, Egra... Oh, sorry, not Egra. Kriya would have been able to see as well, to some extent at least. Let's see. Where are we? You've hidden... Yeah. Where the fuck did we... Okay, there it is. Maybe you can distract Drala from seeing into your soul using some banal conversation. How you create life is amazing. You call out to the witch. As though on cue, a large bulge forms in her hair, and then a crow bursts out cawing. You want to flee, but you control yourself. Does your mistress teach you nothing? Says Drala. I do not create life. Rather, I summon my pets and send them back from whence they came. Like you did with your daughter? What the fuck does that even mean? Oh shit, holy shit, that would get my shit kicked out. I just realized what that means. So he's like essentially saying that your daughter is not something you gave birth to. Like if like a woman is pregnant, she's like creating life. That's like the common way of saying it, right? So he's saying like she's saying that her daughter is like a summoned pet. Holy shit, we would get the shit kicked out. I highly doubt it's a good idea to ask what purpose, because she's already saying that, yeah, she already knows we know nothing. So for what purpose, you ask? Drala turns around to face you, and even more eyes are boring into you, including one eye poking through a transparent dress where her nipple would otherwise be, filling you an odd mixed emotion of disgust and excitement. These creatures are my eyes throughout the lands, she says, her voice impatient. I give them a small measure of power, and in exchange they give me use of their sight when I call upon it. That is what I thought, you say, raising your chin. I simply wanted to confirm, else I make an incorrect assumption. Not that it would matter if you did make an incorrect assumption, since it is none of my business. You almost smile. Drala's manner of speaking reminds you of her daughter. Okay. Drala turns to the side, keeping one eye on you that is embedded in the side of her arm. She extends out a hand towards the dagger on the pedestal. It levitates as gouts of blue smoke rise from it. The weapon dissolves and soon disappears completely. Naturally, my pets require power. Have you any gifts for me? Her arm eye focuses on the hilt of your sword. Instinctively, you take a step back. Oh, she's talking about, yeah, she can't really have all that much power, so she's constantly like using up stuff that is magical in nature. Have you any? Yeah, she's thinking about the sword because it's a fucking paladin weapon or whatever.